Irritation, hopelessness, a lack of pleasure are symptoms of depression, and this is what we're going to talk about next. Hey, what's up friends? I hope all of you are doing well and staying healthy. It is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I want to talk about my personal experience with depression and things that I did to overcome it. And there's actually going to be two parts to this topic. Part one is about depression. Part two is about sadness and emotional trauma. Now, about a year ago, I created my first YouTube video talking about all the health issues that I had to overcome. And that was a very difficult video to create because I had to be vulnerable. Now, this video, it's even harder to create because I feel that the average person has a good understanding when it comes to physical health issues, but not necessarily when it comes to mental health issues. So the first thing I want to talk about is depression versus sadness. The average person uses the word depressed, but most of those individuals are not depressed. They're actually sad. So what is the difference? Sadness is temporary and caused by something outside of your body, such as a family member passed away, you lost your job, your significant other broke up with you, and depending on the situation, it can lead to emotional trauma. Now, depression is persistent sadness not caused by something outside of your body, such as a family member passing. Now, I had depression for a few years, and it was one of the hardest things that I had to overcome. And I feel that it's hard to understand depression if you never had it. Now, from my experience, I remember that it was very difficult to get out of bed because it felt like I was wearing a weight suit from head to toe. And when it came to social settings, I remember I would have to prepare myself mentally and emotionally in order to act in front of my friends and family members like everything was okay. And I remember telling myself, there is no freaking reason for me to feel this way. Life has lost its meaning. I had no pleasure. Parties, friends, accomplishment, birthdays, gifts, irrelevance. Everything was gray. And some people would say it's because I was extremely sick. And my answer is no. I was sad as hell, but when depression started kicking in, that's when I self-examined and learned about the difference. Now, when depression went away, I was still sad as hell, but the healthier I became, the less sad I was. But I was one of those lucky individuals that was aware enough to not take any psychiatric medication. It seems that the more psychiatric medication one takes, the harder it is to overcome depression and the harder it is to find some kind of balance. So how was I able to deal with depression and still accomplish my goals, such as graduating from school, healing my body, or attending social events? Well, I am a very disciplined and goal-oriented individual, but more importantly, I learned at a young age that my emotions aren't me. The true you. So if you're able to separate your physical and mental health issues from the true, powerful, and beautiful you, that's the start to balance. Now, depression is categorized as a mental health disorder, and I don't really know if I agree with that. From my personal experience, it's a physiological imbalance caused by the adrenal, parathyroid, thyroid, and the pituitary gland. If these glands are weak and suppressed by mucus, it would impact your nervous system, calcium utilization, positivity, confidence, and more. Now, these glands, like the rest of your body, have been suppressed lymphatically, chemically, and genetically, and the only way to bring health and physiological balance that I know is through detoxification. Helps to cleanse toxins and mucus from the body, having a lifestyle change such as eating a raw vegan diet, getting a lot of sunshine, exercising, and having mindfulness. And the third is sleep. You go to sleep early and you wake up early. This will create a balanced circadian rhythm. And the last one is time. Unfortunately, the older or the more genetically weak you are, the longer it might take to either find balance or regenerate the body. All right, friends, I hope this was helpful, and stay tuned for part two where I talk about sadness and overcoming emotional trauma. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe as I make health educational content with a different perspective towards health. And like always, I wish you all a lot of love, a lot of growth, and a lot of health. Until next time.